Hey everybody, it's Blazing903. If you're new to the channel, please hit like and smash that subscribe button. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the 5 things I love about my 2019 Grand Sport 2LT. The 5th thing I love about this car is, of course, the looks. How can that not make it on the top 5 things you love about this car? That's actually the reason why tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of persons have looked at this car and ultimately purchased this car. Because driving experience aside, the looks really do come first. So I only discovered this car because of how it looked, and this was actually the very first Corvette that I have ever driven. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I have never driven a Corvette until I test drove this exact car for 2 miles and fell in absolute love with it. But it all started with the looks. So that is the 5th thing that I love about this car. The 4th thing I love about this car is the practicality. From a sports car perspective, you get a pretty big trunk space. Now, this isn't a Honda Accord or Toyota Camry, so we have to be realistic with what we get with respect to trunk space, but it is extremely usable space here. I have no problems going to the grocery store, picking up everything that I need, and keep in mind that this is my daily driver, so I have no problem picking up everything that I need and putting it in the back. This is more than enough space. More than enough. I could fill this up with groceries and then some and still have plenty of space to do whatever it is that I need and to go to any additional stores. The practicality also includes the gas mileage. On the highway, I am easily, without trying, getting 30 miles per gallon without even trying. If I put it on eco mode and drive it in the local streets, I'm getting in the low 20s. If I put it in sports mode, then I'm probably more in the 16, 17 miles per gallon range, which is fine by me because my Nissan Murano was also getting about 16 miles per gallon, but it was getting about 22, 23 miles per gallon in the highway. So this beefy V8 sports car, true sports car, is actually more fuel efficient to me than a Nissan Murano, which is insanity to me. It's also more fuel efficient than my Nissan 370Z. So practicality is my number 4 pick. The 3rd thing I love is the amount of tech that comes with the Grand Sport 2LT. Kudos to Chevrolet for making a sports car with this amount of creature comforts. Truly makes daily driving this car not only a possibility but a reality. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a heads-up display, which is highly customizable. It has different modes. Right now it's in track, weather, eco, touring, and sport. I personally teeter-totter between weather and eco most of the time now that the weather's getting bad here in Texas. But whenever possible, I do kick it up to sport mode. As you can see, I have 2 miles just shy of 1,100 miles on this car already. Another thing I like is this little hideaway feature. You hit this button and the screen goes down. You have a little secret compartment back there with a USB port. But it doesn't stop there. It has a valet mode. So the valet mode just locks the car. Not locks the car, locks this area as well as the glove compartment. It's quite easy. Hit settings, valet mode. You enter your code, 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter, it'll ask you to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lock. Now, when you drop it off at the valet, the screen doesn't go down. So you could put your wallet back there, anything that you want to secure. The same thing with the glove box. It will not open, which is a really great safety feature. So to unlock it, 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock. Now it goes back down. It's as simple as that. as I continue to talk about the tech in this vehicle, I wanted to remind everybody that I am generically saying tech. And the reason why I decided to do that is because I didn't want to pick just one aspect of the tech. Like the heads-up display or the valet mode. I really wanted it to be all-encompassing because this car really has a lot of creature comforts, and for a sports car, that is phenomenal. The Chevrolet went that route. So another aspect of the tech that I like is that you can set your key fob to automatically lock the car when you leave, because if you don't do that, then you're gonna have to take the key fob out every single time and hit the lock button, and it comes like that from the manufacturer. And I don't know why it isn't set the way I'm about to show you, but what you do is you hit settings, you arrow down one, you hit vehicle, you arrow down one, power door locks, you hit delayed door lock, you hit it on. It comes from the manufacturer default as off, but you have to click it on so that when you leave the vehicle with the key fob on you, it will automatically lock the car once you get to about 20-30 feet away. Another aspect of the amount of tech that this vehicle has is you can change the screen. And how you do that is you hit these little toggles here, and you can change the face of the screen by going down to options, enter, display themes. You can go into track mode and it changes the face of the screen to the hockey puck. You can go into tour mode and it changes it to that face. I personally prefer the sport mode, just like the look of that a little bit better. Preference. There's the 0 to 60 start timer, which is pretty cool. You can time yourself, see how fast you're going, see how fast you can make it up to 60 miles per hour. Chevrolet reports 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Now, a lot of people, a lot of owners are unable to reach the 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, but I think between 3.8 and 4 seconds flat is achievable. Coolant temperature, oil pressure, battery voltage, trans fluid temperature, horsepower, tire temperature. This is a pretty cool feature, especially now that the weather's changing in Texas and is a little bit on the colder side. It tells you when the tires are cool, so take it easy on the vehicle when the tires are cool. If not, you're going to be fishtailing all over the place. So that's a pretty cool feature. Wheel slip percentage, pretty cool. And it goes back to the default screen. I'm going to hit it back into the info, and that's my everyday driving screen. The number 2 thing I love about this car is the exhaust note, and that too is highly customizable. You can put it in stealth mode and it's rather quiet. You can put it in track or sport and it's rather loud. In addition to that, you can automate it so that it matches your driving characteristics. For example, if you have selected eco mode, the car is going to be a little bit quieter. If you've selected sport or track mode, the car is automatically, if you set it to match your driving characteristics, the car is automatically going to be a little bit louder. So, as an example, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a few revs in sport mode and a few revs in eco mode so you can hear the difference. And the number one thing I love about this car is that it has truly changed my life in every aspect. I recently relocated to Longview, Texas, and I literally know no one. Now, because of this vehicle and the history and that is an American icon, it strikes up a ton of conversations with persons that I would otherwise not be conversing with. So at the gas station, I get to converse with persons that appreciate the car, they want to talk to me about the car. As I'm driving, I get a lot of thumbs up, I get a lot of nice car comments. It's a great way to meet people. It forces you to get out there and socialize. I'm an introvert to a certain extent, so that level of attention isn't easy, but I'm learning to appreciate it. I am flattered with the attention that the car gets. I am blessed that I get to drive it every day. This car also allowed me to create a YouTube channel, and those that know me know that I am always on YouTube researching this or that. So I have watched so many of the vloggers, you know, grow their channels and share their experience, which is something I wanted to do. It has already afforded me the opportunity to communicate with vloggers such as Brink of Speed and Front Seat Driver. These two guys have great content. They're part of the Corvette family. They have taken me in. We've communicated back and forth. If you haven't seen their YouTube video, please check them out. But it is the community, the heritage, the American pride that comes with this car that I have to rate as the #1 thing I love about this vehicle. This is Blazing 903, and thank you for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. At the end of the day, my objective is to raise awareness on this beautiful American-made sports car. If I sparked interest in any of you, please hit like and subscribe. Plenty of more content coming your way, with videos coming out at a minimum of once a week. Thank you, until the next video. Hey everybody, it's Blazing 903. If you're new to the channel, please hit like and hit that. The second thing I love about this car is the exhaust note and the fact that it's highly customizable. So, what you can... The #2 thing I love about this car is the exhaust note, and that is highly phenomenal feature to have, and the neighbors will thank you for it, as well as the second thing I love about this car is the exhaust note. The second thing I love about this car is the exhaust note. Now, it doesn't stop there. The exhaust note is actually highly customizable, which is phenomenal. The second thing I love about this car is the exhaust note and the fact that it's highly customizable. If you put it in eco weather mode and attach it to the automatic exhaust note, the second thing I love about this car is the exhaust note and the fact that it's highly customizable. So, what you can... The number two thing I like about this vehicle